family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. I'm glad to have you here and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Today I'm going to be baking buttermilk rusks. I have the ingredients here. I have Parmalat fresh milk, salt, I've got snowflake self-raising, buttermilk, I've got sugar, I've got margarine, stock margarine. I like using stock margarine because it is the best, it is quality. And then I've got vanilla and 3 eggs. And then this side I've got my mixing bowls, and then I have a pan. So guys, we're going to start mixing the ingredients, but I forgot to mention that we're only going to use half cup of fresh milk, and then a pinch of salt, and then self-raising is 1 kg. The buttermilk is 500 grams. Stock as well is also 500 grams. And then we are going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, 3 eggs, and then 1.5 cup brown sugar. That is what we are going to use. So now I'm going to sift my flour. You have to make sure that you sift it. I'm going to sift it. Remember, guys, this is 1 kg self-raising. It doesn't need baking powder. Only if you are going to use the normal flour, you can add baking powder. With self-raising, you don't need baking powder. I'm now adding just a pinch of salt. There we go. I now have melted my butter, and I'm going to add 1.5 sugar. Remember to use brown sugar so that the rusk doesn't become too sweet. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, just like this. There we go. Now I'm going to top up my eggs. Okay, here are our eggs. Stir them up a little bit. Let's mix the eggs thoroughly. After mixing eggs, I'm going to put my eggs in this bowl because I'm going to add my milk, fresh milk, and then I'm going to add buttermilk. Shake it up a little bit and then mix it in. There we go. Okay, now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then we mix the eggs, the milk, buttermilk, and the vanilla together. Mix the flour and the salt. Mix it at a stage. And then after mixing the salt and the flour, you can add your butter and the sugar, mixed sugar with butter into your flour. There we go. And then we're going to mix it. make sure that you mix it thoroughly. Mix it thoroughly. Mix it thoroughly. So you mix until this mixture resembles fine bread crumbles, and then you can add the mixture of the buttermilk. Start with just a little bit. Mix. To add buttermilk mixture gradually. And remember guys, while you are mixing, your oven has to be on. It has to be on about 180 degrees Celsius. Okay, here is our mixture. It is now ready. I'm going to grease my pan. I'm now going to grease my pan. Just make sure that you grease your pan thoroughly. Now the next step is to put your mixture of dough, into the pan. There we go. And then you just spread it like this. And just spread it like this. So your dough has to look like this in the pan. And now you have to make marks. Just take a knife and make marks before you put it into the oven. Make marks so that when you cut it, it won't be a problem for you. Just make marks like this. It doesn't matter how big the marks. Just make marks like this. Turn it around. Make marks. Go. And then after making marks, it will look like this. And then you're gonna have to now put it into the oven. My oven is now ready. Now I'm going to put it into the oven. There we go. And we're going to bake it for about 20 minutes. Then it will be ready. Remember guys, while you make, you also have to test it if it's ready. And you can just take a knife and just stick it in between. Yeah, it is ready. It is ready, and now we are now going to take it out because it is now ready. This looks so good. Wow. This is how it looks. And now we're going to leave it a little bit so that it can cool off, and then we will cut it. This is how it looks. It looks so good. Now we are going to cut our rusks. We're going to cut them, and we are going to put them into another pan. here in the middle, like this. This is what we're going to do now. Remember guys, these rusks, they have to go back into the oven so that they can be dried out. They need to be dry. If you have bigger pieces like this, you can just cut them like this. So after cutting the rusks, they'll be looking like this. And then you have to put them into the oven again. Just set your oven about 80 degrees Celsius, because now we are not baking, we are just drying these rusks. So the rusks are already back into the oven. We are only drying them. The oven is very low, it's at 70 degrees Celsius. They're looking good. We're now closing the oven. But when you close the oven, don't close the oven like completely. When you close the oven, don't close it completely. Just take a big spoon and just put it in the middle of the door of the oven, so that the steam must come out like this, if you are able to see what I mean. And then you're going to leave your rusks in the oven up until they are dry. You'll keep on checking them. Yeah, it seems like the rusks are now ready. I'm now going to take them out of the oven. Let me just test. Seems like they are dry now. Okay, let me. This is how they looks like. Second pan. Okay, let me just put it here on top of one another. There we go. They are now ready. I'm going to put them in a jar. I normally use a jar like this one to store them. So this is enough to last for a very long time. As you have seen, I've got 2 pans. So this is the final product. They look so delicious, and they are delicious. I'm also going to enjoy 2 of them with a nice warm cup of tea.